Yeah, it's about that time, boys. It's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. It's about that time. Yeah! It's James IZ. I'm here back with another video. This time talking about the Nelk boys. The Nelk boys. Uh-oh, they're in hot water now. If you don't know anything about the Nelk boys, let me give you a brief history, or at least the brief history that I know about the Nelk boys now. I remember watching their stuff back when I was in high school, of course. I mean, that's really their targeted demographic, doing pranks, vlogs, and all that type of stuff. They, like they used to do the frat boy party lifestyle vlogs and everything, and you know what I'm saying? If you remember those full send drops, like those actually used to be hype, you know what I mean? Like they would actually sell out. You would go out into real life and actually see people wearing full send clothing. The Nelk boys really hit the jackpot with that type of audience and everything, and of course they're, like they swing more towards like the right wing type of people too. Yeah, obviously it's for younger men, and I think most younger men are probably right winged. But if you're like me and like you don't give a about politics, then well, you're in good news, because on their Full Send podcast, on their famous podcast, they did an interview with Netanyahu. Yes, I'm talking about the Nelk boys, Kyle and Steiny over here. They definitely went to Israel and they were kissing and making out on that fucking wall there. Let's just say the backlash on that. I mean, if you don't know who Netanyahu is, I'm pretty sure if you just did a quick Google search of Israel war crimes and Netanyahu war crimes, you'll soon figure out on who that man is.
Before we get into it, if you guys have not tried out the Prize Picks app,
I would just stop it right there. I'm not fucking watching this interview, bro. Stop it. Just stop it right there, bro. Nah, cause yo, put up the fucking Netanyahu interview with the Prize Picks sponsor. Fuck you. Give me a fucking break, bro. They're compromised. The Nelk boys have been compromised, to be honest with you. I mean, they've been corporatized and all that type of stuff, and they've been sanitized, corporatized, for like years now, but this is just damning here. Like, they took a flight all the way to the country of Israel. They kissed and made out with that wall. They did an interview with Netanyahu, just bullshitting, talking about nothing, but basically just fucking lying to everyone and gaslighting us.
We are living in the timeline where the Nelk boys have gone from YouTube college pranksters who used to rip bongs in lecture halls, drunkenly consume copious amounts of white girl seltzers, to overtime corporately shilling themselves out, to billionaires who use their different networks of psyop tools to control the masses of degenerates.
See, I told you that they've been corporatized ever since the Happy Dad shit. Do I see any problems with selling products and or being sponsored and selling products? No, I don't see a problem with that at all. As a matter of fact, I support that.
And gambling their life savings away on stake.com.
Tripping. I don't know if you knew this, but they're not using their own money. Especially stake.com. They're definitely not using their own money.
McDonald's, and to be honest, Burger King. I like Burger King more.
What's your go-to at McDonald's?
No, I'll tell you, Burger King. We did the double,
Whopper?
There's no fucking way that he's talking about which one. Fuck, there's no way. The Nelk boys are having this middle school locker room ass conversation with Netanyahu, talking about which one's better, Burger King or fucking McDonald's, bro.
Burger King, Burger King kind of sucks.
Yeah.
No,
the BK Lounge can hit.
I disagree completely.
You like Burger King over McDonald's?
That's your worst take, I think.
Absolutely.
That's such a hot take right there, guys. Benjamin Netanyahu likes Burger King over McDonald's, guys. Wow, dude, this is the information that we, the people of the United States of America and the rest of the world needs right here, is that Benjamin Netanyahu prefers Burger King over Mickey D's.
Crazy take.
No, that was fine. I mean, I like Burger King. The answer is yes.
You killed a bunch of children. Fuck you.
After this podcast, they said this.
Wait, bro, why does anybody, Hassan, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Hassan, anyone goes on a podcast, promote whatever they're doing.
There is zero equivalence between someone promoting something on a podcast, like a book or a movie coming out.
Wait, no, because you just told on yourself. It's okay for people to go on the podcast promoting something? What is Benjamin Netanyahu promoting exactly? War crimes? What exactly are you promoting? Again, like bro, these two are compromised. The Nelk boys are compromised.
Population and wanted for war crimes and would get arrested if he stepped up in any country in the...
Dude, like these podcasts, all these fucking podcasts, bro, and there's like actual political people just coming onto these fucking, like the fucking president sitting there with the fucking Undertaker. I'm sorry, I forgot that this even happened, honestly.
Compromised, along with...
The fuck is this picture, bro? This is the Undertaker, player. What the fuck are we doing? Forgot that this is a real picture. This is a real, like, this happened.
You don't even know what's real anymore. Like, you read shit and it's like, you see a headline and it's like, is this true? Is this not true? So I see so much stuff about, what's going on in Israel and, Iran and Palestine. And to be honest, really don't know what is going on there. So
I mean, he does kind of have a point. I mean, you really can't truly put your trust into 100% of everything that you see on the internet, of course. You kind of have to take everything with a grain of salt. It may or may not be true, of course, until it's actually confirmed. But I mean, if there's a lot of negative stuff and a lot of stories coming out from Israel, the Gaza Strip, and Palestine, and there's just a lot of, you know, photos and video evidence of what's going on over there. If everyone is saying the same stuff, don't you think that the problem is right there in front of you, sitting directly to the fucking left of you, Kyle?
it's gonna be interesting to sit down with Prime Minister Netanyahu and kind of just ask him some questions about what we read online and
Get educated.
probably gonna be a lot of hate in the comments and stuff like that.
So you didn't educate yourself first before doing this interview?
By having a war criminal who is wanted by the International Criminal Court committing crimes against humanity, extermination, murder, and starvation on your podcast. All you have to do is type in Israel, and I mean, you can find a bunch of things to get educated and honestly why he should not be on your platform or anywhere near it.
In my opinion, I mean, dude,
We're
if
journalists, right?
We're we're technically journalists.
How can you pass up this opportunity?
The only reason that you got this opportunity in the first place is because you were kissing and making out with that fucking wall.
It's like we get the opportunity to sit down with one of the most powerful people in the world, a world leader.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that much, but you didn't do enough research as to what he's been up to for... Okay, bro. Like, either they're, like, genuinely retarded or they're compromised. I'm gonna say that they're compromised.
I'm actually learning now by, like...
That's why we went Nick Fuentes, Myron, Hassan, and then Sneeko.
And I'm sure our whole audience is learning now. I bet you some people, dude, I know there's people that are just like me that don't really know what's going on.
There's just no fucking way, but that you just don't know what's going on. Okay, bro, like, there's just no way. Who was the targeted demographic for the Nelk boys? Exactly. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure that, like, even, like, their own audience is probably turning on them. Hopefully. I don't know for sure, but...
They just watched the Benjamin Netanyahu pod. Now they just watched a stream with 3 people that had the complete opposite viewpoints. Next Full Send podcast episode, they're about to watch someone with the complete opposite viewpoints. So what we're really doing is fucking educating our audience, and they're hearing both sides. They're hearing the very far, someone that's wanted as a war criminal, and then they're hearing the complete opposite side. So I think in the end, right now we're getting backlash, but I think... You know, in another...
I mean, yeah, bro, really all they have to do is just move on from this, and nothing bad is truly gonna happen, honestly. For the short term, yeah, bro, he's getting some backlash. Yeah, like, they're getting some backlash now, but in reality, like, in the long run, like, in the long term, bro, nothing bad is truly gonna happen. So the Nelk boys, they made a name for themselves, putting on, like, the frat boy image, you know what I mean? Drinking, smoking, partying, and everything. Hey, guys, and then they go to Israel, kiss that wall, and then they make a propaganda piece for Israel. And, I mean, they do have connections to Trump. You know, like, they're a bit more sanitized now, you know, from what they were back then, like, you know, like, in my personal opinion. But hey, man, you know, they're compromised and everything, and guess what's gonna happen? Nothing ever truly happened. This is gonna blow over, and by next week there's gonna be something else that comes up that I'm gonna make a video on and profit off of. So anyways, if you like this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel for more videos from me. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.